We are back with another video. More United stuff to digest after another disappointing result. But I'm joined by Saeed. Saeed, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad, bro. We out here, you know what I'm saying, to another day, another, United performance. I think we're just called bipolar, innit? We call ourselves bipolar United. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are, man. Bipolar United. 1 minute it's good, 1 minute it's shit. It's like that Gattuso. You might want to put that Gattuso moment in the video if you wanted.
I can't lie, yeah.
Good.
I'm probably gonna call this video "Leave Ralf Alone" because I
In
can't
what
lie.
way?
You see, for me, yeah. First of all, make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely think people are overreacting. Like, you know, when I looked at the game the other day against who just played? Crap. Why is it gone blank? Why is my mind gone blank? Middlesbrough the other day, we played a good performance. Burnley now. We played good in the first 45 minutes in my eyes. Like, you see under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the performances weren't there, but the results.
Burnley. I'm not sure about Burnley.
Nah, I think we played all right, you know.
No, as in first. I think first half an hour they were bopping it around, but I think second half we grew into the game. But I get what you mean, though. Go on.
Like, we're having spells where we actually look all right, innit? Like, you can't debate it now. Like, the performances are starting to come.
Yeah, of course.
Like, we're just lacking in the final third kind of thing. And the other day, like, what are you meant to do with a Harry Maguire era, Scott McTominay clashing into one another kind of thing, innit? Like, you can't really, Ralf can't really do much about it. But at least we're starting to control the game. And we even saw, like, the stats on Twitter. United's last 3 games, we've had 63.9% of the possession.
Yeah, I see that tweet.
Yeah, we scored 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals from 66 shots. You can't really do anything about it. Yeah. And we conceded 2 goals from 20 shots. And we've had the refereeing decisions going against us have been crazy kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, the referee decisions have been... Like, for me, I don't know if it's catch my watch along a little bit, yeah, but I was fuming when that... Because I don't understand how that infringes or gives Burnley a disadvantage. Like...
Are you talking about the offside thing?
Yeah, the offside, the whole thing. I thought, was it offside or was it because I nudged him a little bit?
My initial thought was that the decision was a disgrace, innit? But you know when you actually deep it, like Harry Maguire was in an offside position.
Yeah.
And then he kind of blocked off and screened Jay Rodriguez, I think it was, innit?
Yeah, but
I think their logic is say Jay Rodriguez and Maguire wasn't in the offside position, Jay Rodriguez could have run past him. He could have been closer to Rashford for the header.
It's like you're then determining on that the fact that Jay Rodriguez has a chance of beating that ball. You know what I mean? Like if buts and maybes, you know, how can Mike Dean at that possible moment believe that Jay Rodriguez is going to be in an advantage, you know, or is going to be in a position where he's able to block that header coming? Who knows? I just think the ball was away from Jay Rodriguez. It was moving at a pace where I think Varane was in control of that. They weren't in control of it. And for me, it was... But then I don't understand VAR then. A guy handballs it and it helps him, you know, in terms of, you know, aiding him, in terms of helping him onto the ball. But then almost a sudden, that's not, you know, that's not impeding or, you know, that's cheating basically, isn't it? It's cheating. Let's be honest. What more cheated? Because he used it to his advantage.
Because that ball was going away from him otherwise. And that's on his left foot. Is he going to put that ball across then? It's a different story.
There you go. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, bro, the referees, man, I just don't like VAR. I'll be honest with you. People can say, well, it's the referees that use it. Well, then, are they not part of the VAR then? I just loved football for what it was. I love football. I don't like this modern day football. I don't like, you know, what do you call it? Computers getting into football. I get it. Goal line decision, it helps with all the physios and medical, and I get that, yeah. But it stops the enjoyment of the game, man. You know what I mean? Like, I just let mistakes happen. You know what I mean? Let things happen in the open. But we'll see a better game when VAR comes in. Referees now are reliant on VAR, like heavily reliant. You see that video of was it the Leeds right back? He was like, oh, you know, you weren't going to blow your whistle, were you? You weren't going to do anything. You're waiting for VAR. Are you waiting for VAR? The right back last season, I think it was when we had a goal disallowed at United last season against Leeds away. We had a goal disallowed. And he was telling the linesman, oh, you're waiting for the VAR, aren't you? So they're actually like thinking, oh, I might not make a decision here. We'll review it, let the players go mad, and then we'll go for it. So and then it's all on the players, putting pressure on the referee. you know.
Because I've
So
even heard like Mick Antonio speak about VAR and stuff, innit? And he's like, I can't really do my mad celebrations how I used to. Because say if I
there you go.
celebrate and a goal gets disallowed, then I just look like an idiot in front of everyone.
Unless you score a free kick, unless you score a penalty,
Yeah.
or unless you score a goal outside the box, you know what I mean? You can't enjoy football. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? And for me, but then again, United still don't have an excuse not to be in that first half.
Yeah.
You know, Cavani. Oh my God. You know what? You're right, you know, man, about this Cavani missing big chances, you know. I actually was just thinking to myself, Statman's got a big agenda against Cavani. What was his stats like for PSG in terms of like, do you have that stat still on you?
Well, big chances missed.
Yeah.
The last season when he was at PSG, he scored 4 goals and missed 16 big chances.
Oh my God.
I told you, I've never rated Cavani. But you know one thing I say? Like this, I might be, in this case, I might be too lenient on Cavani, yeah? But I don't think he could have done much more for the header. In my eyes.
I think he was a bit cute about it, and he thought that he's got the advantage. I don't think
maybe he thought he had like too much time and didn't kind of go towards the ball kind of thing. That's my only criticism.
Clinical. That is for me not clinical. I get it. Maybe I'm being too harsh here, but I looked at it. I've seen a couple of headers this season where I think he should have scored. Do you remember the one against Everton?
Yeah.
Should have scored that one. You know what I mean? That was it. For me, you're looking at Cavani, if he can goal, that should be that's your bread and butter. In the air, he's good in the air. You know what I mean? Bomb, header. I think there's a couple of home games where I just thought
even this season he scored 2 goals in the Premier League and missed 5 big chances.
That's quite bad when you've only got 2 goals as well. If you've got like 15 goals, not bad. You know what I mean? It's not you know, people don't hear about it. But the fact that, you know, you do it, it's like Yota. I think Yota, you know what I mean? He's now on the other side of it where he's actually clinical now, but he's got the goals to back it up. He's got the, you know, it's working for him. But a lot of people say about Yota that he's not clinical enough, and he's always like, you know, latching on to chances. But look at him this year. Absolutely clinical.
You know what it is here? You know when striker, like, if you're scoring more goals or just about like the same ratio as your big chance to miss, then it's kind of fine, isn't it? You can kind of allow them. But when it's kind of like with Cavani the other season, 4 goals, 16 big chances missed, you know, that's just crazy in my head. Like, you just can't excuse it kind of thing.
Rashford, man, oh my God. I just hate the fact that he just always near post. It's never kind of...
Go on, let's talk about Rashford quickly.
You know what it is with me with Rashford? I just don't think he's going to get any better. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think he's lost that. If he had any X factor, I think he's lost it. You know what I mean?
I think his X factor was his explosiveness.
Explosiveness. Yep. Now it's almost as if Ralf, I get it, Greenwood has put, you know, situations up with Greenwood, but Ralph's always just, I think it's Ralph just sticking him on the right hand side and just hoping for the best. He gets into the good positions though. That's the thing about
him. Do you prefer Rashford on the right or the left?
Because Sancho is now starting to pick up form.
No, forget Sancho for a second. Like, where do you just prefer?
Okay, left.
Same.
Yeah, of course, left. You know, on the right is almost there's no use.
Yeah, I've said this here. You see, the best of Marcus Rashford we saw was when he gets the ball, drives at people, cuts inside, takes a shot in it. That's the best of Marcus Rashford we've seen. Yeah. You can't do that on the right. People say he's simplifying his game on the right. Let's be honest. He's
doing a better job. I think Sancho is carrying the ball well, and his dribbling skills are next to, you know, I mean, they're unbelievable. And if you look at Rashford, he doesn't really dribble. He just runs with the ball, head down, pace. And then
he had a nice little bit on the left hand side when he put the ball back in for Ralf Varane.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it yesterday.
That was pretty much it. Yeah, of course. Like, he'll do like some good things, yeah. But my thing is, when the moment comes to kind of be clinical, or when the moment kind of needs to be like, you're right, let's see what you're made about now. Like, let's see what you're about. It's like he just goes missing, and it's like head down. You remember that chance where he was like, he had his head down and he didn't even look up, and then he just lost the ball, or he tried to charge at someone, and it was like, bro, look up, Rashford. It's like, and then
it's frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, he is. It's frustrating, but he's 24 now, and I'm just thinking, them sort of qualities now, I don't think United, I just don't think another manager can come in and teach him that. I just don't know. Like, Ralf Rangnick is one of the best, you know, teachers of the game. You know what I mean? And what he's doing with Sancho now is, for me, is unbelievable. But again, I could see more potential in Sancho than Rashford. You know what I mean? Especially in this stage of his career, Rashford. We shouldn't be talking about potential. He should be in his prime.
24 now.
He started at 18. It's not as if he started at 22 and then he becomes a late bloomer. You know what I mean? Started at 18. You need to see some qualities, but we haven't seen him. But then again, it's with everyone. Thought Bruno had a good first half-ish. Second half, non-existent. Started to just do what he wants to do.
You know what's kind of frustrated me, yeah? You see with Bruno, you know how it seemed like before the Paul Pogba came in here, we were starting to work on the 4-3-3 and Bruno Fernandes was kind of deep. Like, I praise Bruno Fernandes a lot for that, being a lot more disciplined. Yeah. But, like, even again against Burnley, he's just picking up positions which are way too high in my eyes. Like, we're not going to the 4-3-3 now. It's basically back to a 4-2-3-1 in my eyes with McTominay and Paul Pogba back in the pivot. That's what it feels like to me.
You know what it is? I praise Bruno Fernandes for carrying the ball well in certain times, and he's doing that in glimpses. But I just don't know how. For me, he's not a player that's just disciplined, isn't it? Like, he's not a player that's disciplined within himself.
That's weird though, because the thing is that he's shown it in certain games that he can't do that. But in certain games like Burnley, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm not saying he played bad, but like, you're just way too high up, kind of thing. You're going back to the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer 4-2-4 thing, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, there you go, innit? I mean, and it almost becomes like Ronaldo and Bruno are strikers, innit? You know what I mean? And that's just the reality. My thing with Bruno is he always fades away in games, and that's the worry for me. You know, I'm looking at the game against he's a very, very good start of the game, Bruno. He's up for it. And then as soon as he thinks he isn't getting his way, he fades away, man. And I don't know. I just don't like that in a player. You want a player who's, you know, you even look at the players of back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, they would either grow into the game or just have that moment where they rise. But I just look at it, when things are not going his way, you see that ball where they drilled it in?
On the ground when he tried, I think he probably should have crossed it or something, and then he tried fizzing it on the floor.
And I mean, and then when he puts them crosses in, where he bends it, it's like it hits the first man. Listen, I like Bruno in it, but I just think for me, it's so frustrating to watch when you know he's got the talent, but the application, especially towards the end of the game, he just fades away. Middlesbrough, I didn't even see him in at the end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be that number 10 or that so-called, you know, anchor or person who's give us that, like, you know,
the creative output kind of thing.
Creative outlet, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. And it fades away. And then people like Peter Schmeichel's trying to play with Paul Pogba when he had, you know, for me, he had a good game. Okay, maybe he faded away. You know what I'm trying to say?
With Paul Pogba, is a bit different, isn't it? Because he's still coming back from injury. He's only played 2 games. That's kind of like, I don't really want to talk about Paul Pogba. Like, if we really want to talk about someone, Scott McTominay, you play Manchester United, you're playing a team that's Burnley at bottom of the table. We had 64% of the ball and you completed 29 passes.
Yeah.
In 80 minutes? Come on, man.
He won a couple of 50-50s. You know what I mean? He broke up play a little bit. You know, he broke up the play well. But again, this guy is either he's either good or he's just either or he's playing like beyond his potential, or the second half fades away. I've never seen a player fade away like Scott McTominay in games or hide in games. You know, that's why he was took off, wasn't it? Who was he took off by? Was it Lingard?
Yeah, Lingard came on.
Yeah. I've never seen a player just fade away like McTominay. But again,
Ralf, and then he was kind of at fault for the goal as well. Him and Maguire colliding, not colliding, but like just getting in each other's position kind of thing.
In each other's position, yeah. You know what I mean? But that's the thing is, man, we just let them. We you know, the first half we won all the 50-50 battles you can name. We're getting the ball, we're picking up the ball. We weren't getting that Wergaus guy get a bit of space and then, you know what I mean, build up, you know what I mean, his 50-50 chest stick, put it on the ground. We were winning every single duel. But then the second half, first 5 minutes, plan goes out the window, and it's typical United. United are never ever going to win the league if you're going to do that second half. We're never going to win the league, no matter what manager you've got. I just don't think we have the players that have the correct mentality. You know what I mean? Just sold Pereira now, 10.5 million plus 25 sell-on clause.
I can't lie, that's brilliant business, you know, because apparently we have a year left on his contract or something.
But you know what, man? United are just business, innit?
Yeah. What do you think of David here for the goal?
Sorry?
David here for the goal.
See, I see you tweet me. Yeah, I was gonna tweet back in it, but I was in the gym. Yeah, bro, listen. Yeah, I just think when you have a problem, why are you looking at the outcome rather than what's in front of you first and how you can end up solving the issue in hand first? David De Gea is a third factor. McTominay is a first factor. Maguire is the ultimate factor. And then you're talking about David De Gea coming out.
No, but
everybody
is he still at fault though?
I will say live on here, that's one of his weaknesses. He doesn't come out for crosses. He doesn't come out of his box. He is literally them keeper. But I don't know if you know Edison. I think Edison sometimes does that a lot as well. But people don't talk about that. You know what I mean? Alisson's the best at it. He's one of the best.
Yeah, Alisson does it extremely well.
Edison doesn't. Edison just stays on his box. Go check Edison's stats. My thing is, I get it. But if you look at Henderson, did you watch Henderson?
No, forget Henderson. Forget Henderson. I'm talking like people like Mike Maignan from AC Milan, maybe a Robert Sanchez from Brighton. Like you see those players,
the one that models his game around David De Gea.
But he's improved. Like his game is not based on shot stopping though.
Listen, I think you get me. Like I said to you, is David De Gea the modern day keeper? No, but I think his modern day qualities are still kind of can still thrive in United's team. United, for me, still can win a league title under David De Gea. But the thing for me, though, is you're not going to win a title if Maguire's doing them silly mistakes. You're not going to do a title.
Yeah, I 100% hear that. Don't get me wrong. Maguire, bigger problem. We'll talk about him like next year. But at the same time, David De Gea has to be doing better for the goal.
He has to.
This is what I call shot prevention versus shot stopping. You could have prevented that shot if you just closed down the angle a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, is it a guarantee that you're going to save that shot?
I agree with you.
No. Come on, just get closer, close down the angle, make it harder for Jay Rodriguez. That finish is so easy for Jay Rodriguez.
Michael does, and just put your body, and make your body big. You know what I mean, and close the angles. But I just looked at it and I think, if I'm being really honest with you, did he anticipate that happening the way it happened?
Come on, man, keepers have to anticipate. That's part of the game.
Man. But again. We weren't under constant pressure, but that's maybe what separates the maybe kind of if we're looking at top echelon keepers and him being consistent and maybe him talking about Neuer and all that. Neuer comes out for that. I understand that, but I think David De Gea, I've always known that's not part of his game though. A, he's not commanding in the box, and B, when he's out of it, coming out as a sweeper keeper, he hasn't got that. But the problem is, though, I still believe that's not his fault, though, and that goal isn't his fault.
No, I'm not saying it's directly his fault, because directly is Harry Maguire. He's like the first cause.
You can't learn a skill when you don't have it. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Exactly. So that's why I keep saying David De Gea is not that guy to lead us in goal.
Nah,
if we want to win us a title, in my eyes.
I think you're wrong, man.
Listen, I got a question for you.
Go on.
Do Man City sign David De Gea?
Sorry?
Would Man City play David De Gea?
Because, again, it's about style of play. Probably not.
Do Liverpool play?
I think Liverpool would.
Nah.
Well, there you go. Then,
no chance.
You're telling me after Karius and David De Gea was available, Liverpool wouldn't buy him?
After Karius, but that doesn't mean Karius was a good keeper.
That's what you're asking, though.
No, but
I'm not saying about Alisson.
They got Alisson right now here.
Yeah.
And you got David De Gea. You think David De Gea is the best keeper in the world?
Yeah.
So would you take in that Liverpool side David De Gea over Alisson?
No, but again, it's about style of play. You know what I mean? We're judging this too.
What modern team?
Real Madrid wanted him. Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, wanted David De Gea.
Right now, what modern team would sign David De Gea?
Real Madrid wanted him.
Right now.
Yeah, they wanted him a few seasons ago. What are you talking about?
And Thibaut Courtois is better than David De Gea.
Sorry?
Thibaut Courtois right now is better than David De Gea.
Is that what you think?
Is a fact in my eyes.
Is that what you think?
Is a fact in my eyes. I'm taking Thibaut Courtois over David De Gea.
Them Real Madrid fans were calling out Thibaut Courtois a season ago.
And then he got that concussion thing, got the head, went a bit dizzy, and came back stronger. And now he's the best keeper in the world in my eyes.
David De Gea
with Edouard Mendy.
Again, I like what you're doing right now because it only makes David De Gea stronger. Because you're trying to find little.
You're not that guy, Saeed. Yeah, trying to use a Ronaldo quote.
Listen,
my hate is making me stronger.
Your Ronaldo goal is walking off the pitch and not even thanking the fans.
He does that every most games though. To be
but it should have happened, should it though?
I couldn't care less.
Wow, so you couldn't care about the fans?
No, I'm not saying I don't care about the fans, but at the same time,
nah, man.
What does it mean for me?
The GOAT set example. GOAT set examples, man.
Like,
Proper
what
goat.
do you want him to do? Clap the fans? He
Well,
needs
at
to
least
go.
show some
He
knowledge.
needs to go inside, get his like little
Guess
ice
what?
bath and stuff.
It's the 2 cities that he missed.
It weren't 2 cities.
It was 2 cities.
It weren't
For
2 cities.
Ronaldo's qualities, no. Stop,
No.
man. Be honest. For Ronaldo's qualities, there were 2 cities.
No.
Is Ronaldo the one
No,
of the best in the world?
listen. I'll say this here. I'll say this here. He probably could have done better for the second header. But you saying there were sitters is wrong in my eyes.
For Ronaldo's aerial qualities, for me, they're sitters.
They're not sitters.
So
Sai,
you
trust
don't
me.
regard Ronaldo in the same breath then?
No,
as
Sai,
me?
trust me. You need to watch the headers back. I'm telling you, those headers were not
They were
sitters.
sitters.
They weren't.
So why were you quiet yesterday then?
Because basically, I said to Hard yesterday that I'm not going to talk about Ronaldo, innit?
What?
No, I said to him, I'm not going to talk about Ronaldo, innit? Because I was like to Hard, if I talk about Ronaldo...
Look at the comments, guys.
No.
What's going on here?
If I talk about Ronaldo, 3,000 people come after me every single Red Talk, innit? So I was like, you know what? Let me not talk about Ronaldo today. Yeah, let everyone else talk about Ronaldo, because let's be honest, everyone knows my opinions of Ronaldo, innit? Ronaldo didn't start. It's not his fault we lost or we drew the game.
You look at them, though.
You lot.
Man, they were for Ronaldo's aerial qualities. Even look at his facial expressions for the 2 chances.
But Ronaldo gets angry at every single chance he misses. No, like, you know the guy.
Others, he knows deep down Ronaldo should be headering them 2, and United should have 2 goals from Ronaldo. It's as simple as that for me. But going back to the David De Gea quote, yeah,
I disagree.
I genuinely believe David De Gea, we can win the title with David De Gea. But the problem is, though, is that we need to have things in front of him. Guardiola, when you look at the 2 centre backs in Laporte, Stones, and 3, and whatever they are, they're commanding, their quality, they have they don't do self-destruction. When have you seen maybe Laporte a few moments here and there might do a self-destruction moment, but they're not. They're very calm under pressure. They see danger whenever they can. They have midfielders that protect him, Rodri, that shield the back line. They've got that. There's things you do before it gets to the danger point. If every single time, Statman, we relied on David De Gea and we wanted him to come out, would you not think there was a bigger problem in front of him? Yes or no?
You're acting like I don't know there's a bigger problem.
Yeah, we don't need to have this conversation then.
No, but you can have more than one problem and rank them highly, like how highly you want.
Not really. Because if you're effective, let's say company, and you're talking about things and you're looking at resources and what you do, you make sure it's in stages, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're not going to put the one that's probably 10th alongside the one that's in the top 3.
Okay, let me tell you this. You get injured, you break your hand. You break your right hand,
Yeah.
But then you also get like a minor little burn on the left hand.
Yeah.
Both are still issues. But the right hand, because it's broken, is a bigger issue because you broke a bone there.
What is this kind of...
Is a comparison. Our midfield is the biggest issue. Our midfield is my right hand.
Oh my God.
But David here is still an issue on my left hand.
A little burn, did you say? A little burn.
Yeah. It's still an issue.
Oh my God, stop, man. Oh my
it's
God.
It's true. Sai, don't do this to me. I know. Trust me.
I didn't like that. I thought you were going to come with a better comparison.
Nah. Does the comparison not work?
No, but if you look at a company, right, and you look at what they do, and when they have an ethos, right, the 3 biggest ethos here should be the whatever they have here, 3 biggest ethos, right? That should be the imprint of their company or whatnot. If they have to think of another ethos here because the first 3 are not working, then for me, they might as well just go solvent and just disappear, because the basic principles of your 2 defenders and your CDM, if they're not doing their job properly in the manner of what they did, I'm sorry, we might as well just pack up. Maguire, I'm calling that Maguire. I rated Maguire, and I just think for me, no more captain. I think he's not captain material, and I don't think United should be relying on Maguire anymore. I just think he's,
because this is what you posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
I got it all wrong with Maguire. Captains lead by example. He doesn't. Manchester United need leaders.
But that's it. Is that facts of what I said, though?
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Absolutely.
Your guy, Harry Maguire.
My guy. Not anymore.
No, but I can't like, you are right with this tweet.
You know when you rep certain players, yeah? I genuinely believed in Harry Maguire. I thought he had all the qualities that you needed. ball playing centre back. You know, reads the game well, decision making on point. You could see the stats. You know, they were all first for Man United, but I just
He's
think
played the most minutes. That's why.
well, there you go, did it? Played the most minutes. I think.
No, I'll be honest. One thing I give Harry Maguire credit for, is that he's always fit normally, innit?
Yeah.
Like that trait that Harry Maguire has, a bit like playing most games, is incredible, whether you like him or not. But at the same time, on the pitch, especially this season, this guy is playing against us most weeks in my eyes. Has he had good
Standards have
performances this
raised as
season?
well. Standards have gone up. We have to push further forward. He had two midfielders almost babysitting him in Fred and McTominay, and then you had Bruno further forward and then Rashford on the other side. It was very, very much easy. But now, as things get more exposed and we're having to play a more forward-thinking game, and maybe the 2 8s are occupying a bit further forward, Maguire is getting exposed, and I feel like he's actually feeling the pressure now because Ollie's been sacked, and there's a new direction. Ralf,
And this guy right here has showed him levels, because I can't lie, Rafa Varane these last couple games,
immense.
I can't speak highly enough of it.
The Middlesbrough game was outstanding. This game, I think he's been absolutely, again, that's the problem. Same with Wan-Bissaka. When the standards have been met to go a different level, he can't do it. He can't do it. He can't provide you what he needs to provide you. And that's why Dalot is more of a complete player. He might not be better defensively, but I tell you what, he wins more duels than I think a lot of you think.
Yeah, I can't lie. You see the defensively, I've always said this. Wan-Bissaka is very, very good in 1v1 duels, innit?
But not
when
all
he's
the
up
time
against,
in the game.
when he's up against like Sterling, for example, innit? Like, those like tackles, he'll lock him down kind of thing.
Yeah.
But overall, defensively, Wan-Bissaka's crap.
Yeah.
Like, when Charlie Austin said it in pre-season.
Yeah. I know,
he
it
was
crazy.
spot on, and everyone slated him. But even at that point, I was like, you know what? Maybe he's a bit too harsh, but he's on the right track. Because they're already back post. Diego Dalot has it covered most of the time. And I'm not saying Diego Dalot played well against Burnley, because I thought that's probably one of his worst performances under Ralf. But he was still decent in terms of the fundamentals kind of thing.
He didn't go forward enough. We didn't feel that outlet on that second half, especially second half. I didn't feel it that much. But again, I feel sorry for him because now he was starting to create a little partnership with Greenwood, and now he hasn't got anything. Rashford is just almost playing within himself, if you know what I mean.
I think it's interesting what Ralf is going to do with the front three now, because Sancho, like, if we're talking positive, Sancho has been a positive. Like, 2 weeks ago, people were saying, he's not quick enough to play in the Premier League. He hasn't got that explosiveness. People were doubting him. And I said, calm down. He's incredible footballer. Like, he doesn't get the numbers that he did in Germany, the performances that he did in Germany, even in the Champions League with being a bad player. This idea of his like explosiveness for me was nonsense. And that's why I kept backing him. And now, last 2 games, sensational. Being our best forward.
Sensational. For me, easily man of the match. Easily swaggers back. You know what I mean? He's looking fresh. He's looking, he's looking the real player that we signed him for. And we know he's capable of it. And I think for me, if he carries on like this, I think he might play, to be in England's squad for Thingy. For World Cup.
Another thing, remember what I said in the summer when we signed him? I said Sancho's better to left. I was heavy on that.
Hey?
I was heavy that Sancho is a better.
Yeah. He's easy because he can just control his movement. He can control the speed of the game. His ability for the left wing. But the thing is, Luke Shaw has to play like that every game.
Luke Shaw was brilliant in the first half. First
half, oh my God, unbelievable. But the thing is, I wanted to give Tellez a chance because I wasn't getting that from what do you call it?
Sure.
Luke Shaw all the game. I wasn't. So I was like, let's try Tellez. I don't think Tellez has that in him to do it explosiveness for half an hour straight or 45 minutes straight. I don't think he has it in him. But when you look at Tellez, though, he's always like positive. He's always getting the balls in quickly. Luke Shaw probably doesn't do that enough. You know what I mean? So for me, Sancho is balling out, man. I'm just enjoying this Sancho that we're seeing now. You know what I mean? That is very, very direct, open trickery. For me, speed on the ball and just speed out and out. I think speed on the ball is always better because it's controlled, it's measured, it's it's it entices you in, and then you think, "Ram, one little turn, he's gone." Whereas if you're
And
good
his
on a
weight
ball
of
rate,
pass is incredible.
there you go, exactly. The way where I don't know if you see that 1-2 that him and Pogba did on that left hand side in the first half. That one there, then he set him up, and then boom. That for me is like quality. But again, Luke Shaw second half faded away.
I think everyone pretty much faded away in the second half.
Yeah.
And the drop off in the second half was mad, kind of
Too
thing.
much, man. It's too much.
But at
Like,
the
if there
same
was
time, it's kind of like
comparison-
at least we had a good spell in the game. We are slowly starting to control games, and I got something to show as well. You know that thing that the Athletic posted?
Which one?
This I big up H2OMUFC for hosting this as well, yeah.
Yeah.
About us and our territory kind of thing, innit? You see the red bits?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
us basically controlling that area of the pitch, innit?
Oh, that's good. That.
So that was us before under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the left hand side.
Yeah.
And if you look at the right hand side, look at that, it's more red on the pitch, innit? So we're starting to control more areas of the pitch.
Yeah. That whole a minute apart. Look at it. You know what I mean? That zone. Yeah.
So like you have to give credit to obviously Ralf because we're clearly controlling games no more. Like it's not, oh, you're just saying it because it's Ralf. It's factually is there kind of it.
Yeah. We are.
That's how I'm kind of like, you see with Ralf, people need to kind of allow him in it for now. The last 5 games for me, the results might have not been there, but the performances, I've seen a massive step up.
You know what? I you know how this is how I feel like with United is under Ole. I didn't believe in Ole, but I believed in the players. Now I believe in Ragnick, but I don't believe in the players. That's how much things have just switched. You know what I mean? Flipped. I think Ralf Ragnick has got the principles. He's got the fundamentals. He knows what his team, what he wants, and I think some of the players just can't do it for 90 minutes.
And that's Man City's, by the way. Yeah, well, like we can't do it for 90 minutes, but at the same time, it was never gonna be a quick fix, innit? Like
No,
when people, like
he needs the players.
yeah,
That's why I should have come on in January. Like Dennis Zakaria would have been good.
Yeah, and he scored on his first game as well.
Exactly. They would have been good to kind of say, you know what? I know what this player's about. I think he can give me the qualities. We need midfielders. Donny's left. Matic is aging. Let's get Zakaria into the end of the season. Because is Zakaria not going to be a player that we would have got in January? Sorry, in the summer, if he was still available?
Yeah, it's free. Like what?
Free
5
transfer.
million euros, £5 million or whatever it was. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Let Jesse Lingard go because he had zero impact yesterday and his head's not in the game. You know what I mean? Let him go. Then you got your Martial money. Then you got this money here. Then your net spend is £0. But again,
Yeah,
United didn't want to do that. They're basically putting Ralf on rations and seeing what he can do before they give it to a new manager. But then that manager might not be the manager we're thinking of, man. And that's a problem. You know what I mean? We have to. Do we carry on the way we're playing under this mold and everything's, working out in the control manner we do? And then you go and get a manager like Pochettino who then might play a different style where we're not controlling the game, but you have the individual brilliances of, certain players getting you out of games. Then we're back to square one, isn't it?
That's what I can't. That's what I've always said. For me, the next manager has to continue what Ralf has built, because we're seeing Ralf build something over the last couple of games, kind of thing, isn't it?
What if United don't get a manager until, let's say, they're haggling July, August time, like literally July time? Would you keep Ralf for another year?
Nah. The only reason I say that, let's be honest, the season ends in May. The players are probably going to be on holiday for a bit.
That's what I think. For
Actually,
me,
saying that, the season also starts early next year, wasn't it? Because of the World Cup.
Yeah, true. I just think Pochettino. If we get Pochettino, I just don't think, it's what United need right now in terms of building a play style. You know what I mean? I like Pochettino at Tottenham. When he left, when he was available, I thought he's on an upward trajectory. At PSG, I just don't think he's imprinted a lot of what he can do because of and it's not his fault though. But again, if we got the circumstances we've got and he's had the circumstances he's had, we can't. It's a clash. But Ten Hag, he's worked for Bayern Munich. Ralf Rangnick knew about him. He knows what he does. He knows his philosophy. It comes in alignment with what Ralf does. You can identify together, I think turmoil at Ajax is a good time for Man United to go in there, go and get Ten Hag, and keep on controlling games, keep on building games, keep on having this philosophy where you know it's going to work. I just think this could be our Jurgen Klopp moment. That could be a clip
Potentially.
right there, Statman. Ten Hag could be our Jurgen Klopp moment.
We'll see. We'll see in it. Let's see. Let's actually see who the next manager is going to be, because I can't lie, I'm actually.
Because they had how many shit managers before Jurgen Klopp?
But I can't lie, I feel like it won't be Ten Hag. I genuinely feel like the next Manchester United manager will be Pochettino.
There you go.
And if Pochettino comes in, like, everyone knows what I said on Pochettino previously, innit? Like, he's on video, but
Yeah.
if he comes in, I'll back him. Like, he's not a terrible coach. Is he the man I want? The answer is no. But we kind of have to see in it. But make sure you guys like the video. I was going to ask you this as well. Do you think top four is done now?
I think mentally it's done. If I'm being honest.
Why would you say that? Because I can't, like, I still think we're getting top four.
Yeah, but you have to play well to get top four. That's why I can't be asked. Do you have to play well to get top four?
I don't think you do.
Last 5 games of the season and you've got top four. I think we have to fear Tottenham and Conte.
Yeah, Tottenham is
mentality,
and Tottenham had the games in hand, like plenty. I think they have 4 games in hand over West Ham right now, and they're 4 points behind them. And Harry Kane, yeah, and you know when you look at Harry Kane is looking good now.
You know that guy,
Benton.
Now I think for me personally, Tottenham, if they get their act together with the Conte effect, I think Tottenham are getting top 4. If I'm being really honest with you, I just don't think we deserve top 4 because the players don't deserve top 4. Sorry, because they just don't have it in them. They're not mentally correct for 90 minutes. Look at the Brighton game. You know, Brighton were playing well, and you know, boom, Tottenham, bang, goals.
Tottenham tonight. Let me see.
By the time this is obviously,
Southampton, isn't it?
So if Tottenham have won, how many points are they ahead of us?
They will be on the same amount of points with 2 games in hand.
Jeez.
So they could be 6 points. Like if they win every single game in hand, they could be 6 points above us.
I don't know, man. I think you know what, man. Tottenham with the Conte there, if they can build something for them, man, boy. How the times have changed, man. I think United, just for me personally, if we weren't in top 4, I've got no complaints because the players don't deserve it. You can only deserve top 4 if you put in the missed opportunities, chance after chance.
I think that will come. The only reason I'm not too stressed is I'd rather that we create chances and miss them. Like we're looking at the last couple of games, we are creating chances, which is why I'm kind of relaxed to win it. Like even after yesterday's game, once I actually deeped it, I'm like, I'm not too mad. I'm too mad at like. Don't get me wrong.
We're also 1 injury away from disaster.
And who's that injury?
I don't know. I'm just saying one injury away.
Because Flawless said that our season now relies on Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho, and Rafa Varane. I think he said.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, fair play. Fair play. That's a good point. Yeah.
Did you not say Ronaldo?
I think Ronaldo. I don't know. Something's just gone wrong with Ronaldo. I don't know what it is. When's that time he's got an open goal?
Been time, innit? Let me see.
Arsenal, maybe.
Was December the 30th, I think it was, isn't it?
Was that Arsenal?
It might have been.
No, December 30th was...
No, he scored the one... Burnley, sorry. Burnley. The tap.
Burnley, yeah. Okay, Burnley.
Because this is Ronaldo's longest run without a goal since 2010, I think he is.
Wow.
I think it's 5 games now.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I can't lie, this is why I'm not too mad. No, because I think in the 5 games, I don't look at Ronaldo and said, you played bad in all 5, innit? Like, Middlesbrough for me was like the most disappointing game Ronaldo's had this season. Because that's like the first game of the season. I'm like, you've had plenty of chances.
A lot of people said that he played well against West Ham, which I kind of get where you're coming from. But I just think for me, he looked a bit frustrated, so he kept coming deep. Whereas he didn't believe in his overall ability up top. That's why.
You know what it is, yeah? I said this before, and I say this about every single striker. Like, strikers are such... Like this, they got such a problem in it in terms of, say to stay up top here, everyone's going to call them lazy in terms of you're not helping out the team in it. But say if you drop deep, then it's kind of like, oh, we just want you staying up field. But say if they then do that, you're going to criticize it. Like no matter what, for most strikers, it's like a lose-lose situation kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, true. I get you. But at the same time, man, you got to stay up front, man. I'm sorry. You got to
It
stay up.
depends what Ralf is asking, to be honest.
Yeah,
innit?
but then I don't know if Ralf, you know what I mean? Like I said to you, he brought him on the 60th minute. I thought you should have kept Ronaldo and Cavani on, if I'm being honest with you, and just go for the juggernaut. But again, you can't afford to have injuries, innit?
I just
Cavani
don't
had
rate
a
Cavani,
bad
innit?
second half.
Like for me, yeah,
He
the
had a
best
bad
thing,
first half. I don't even know if he had
yeah,
one chance. I mean,
you
he
don't
doesn't
think
get involved in the game enough. Cavani, that's the
he just
problem.
runs around, innit?
Just runs around.
Like this is what I say with Cavani. If you're gonna have him off the bench coming on, then I'm fine with that. But him starting games, I have a massive, massive problem.
Yeah, true.
Because he actually looks all right off the bench, innit? With his energy, like you saw against Newcastle, for example. Even though he probably should have scored a bit more,
Mm.
he looked lively. I
He
can't
looked
say
like,
that when Cavani
yeah,
starts.
but I just think we need two strikers next summer. It's crazy. I think Ronaldo for me. I'm
What about
not sure.
Martial?
Sorry, I
What
think
about
Martial.
Martial?
I don't want a player who doesn't want to be here.
Mm,
You see these quotes today. Barcelona wanted me. Juventus wanted me.
mm.
So you know what I mean. Again, I think it was another club, Real Madrid. I think or someone else wanted him as well. But you know, I just think we need players in their prime. We need players that are I just think we need players that can just fit into his team. You know, between 23 and 28, I think United should go for. I know it sounds crazy, but someone else put it as well that United just need to go for players that are in their prime. I would go for someone like Anthony next season.
Hmm.
You know, plays for I think Ajax.
Ajax, yeah. Because I kind of, I said this today with on Twitter and with, I think I was talking to DJ Talks from United View in it,
Yeah,
and I was kind of like, he said something about selling Rashford for like 60, 70 million, and I was kind of like, if that money came in, I would sell him and just buy a right
yeah.
winger because we
I'll
need
be
a right
fair.
winger right now. We
Need a
still
right
haven't
winger.
solved our right wing issues because now Sanchez is playing on the left.
Yeah, I would do that personally for me. Sell Rashford and then go and get an Anthony. Go
Or
get players
Rafinha.
because I just don't think Rashford can't play as a striker and we don't need him on the left. For me, I just think we just see the best of Rashford. I mean, I said things 2 years ago, but I just think he has he proved anything? I don't want him to prove to me, but
You,
has he proved any of the points that I made or anything
You know
that
what it is here with Rashford? If you want to stay at Manchester United, you have to be a bench player, an impact player.
yeah.
I think that's the bottom line, and we've seen it. His 2 goals recently under Ralf came from when he was off the bench, innit?
Does he have crazy performances though? That's a problem.
No, that's what I'm saying, off the bench.
I think he's an impact player then. You're right.
Mm. And that's the only
Massive
way you can
impact
stay at
player.
Manchester United in my eyes. Like you can't be a guaranteed star. You're not good enough to play on the right. You can't play up top because your back to goal play is not good enough. You're not a clinical finisher. And on the left,
Hmm.
you're sometimes good, sometimes bad kind of thing, isn't it?
Why is it at United though that players when it gets to their point where they need to let go? That's why Alex Ferguson was so good at that. You know what I mean? When players needed to be moved on, he moved them on. David Beckham, he moved on. I
But
think
would you not also say that comes down to United's overall like wage structure and stuff, innit? Because Sir Alex
yeah,
also had David Gill working alongside him.
yeah, they were there together yesterday.
Mm.
I just come and manage. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just think like I said to you, I think we need players that are ready in positions. We need dominant midfielders. McTominay, for me, I'm not sure. Even Fred, I think for me, it's time to be a squad player. Paul Pogba's going to leave without a doubt. I think he's going to leave. Matic should go. That's for me, and I think he should get 3 midfielders. Then
And we know we're not gonna.
we're not going to get exactly.
Well, you probably be lucky you get 2, and then maybe James Garner comes back.
Back line, I think we're sorted. I think Dalot and Misako as covers. Luke Shaw and Tellers, okay. Even Luke Shaw and Tellers, I think it's still not enough for us to go and get a left back. Centre back partnerships, Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire, whether you can think they're good enough or not, it's still, I think, an area where I think we're okay.
Mm.
Keepers, apparently we could have went in for that guy, the keeper, Newcastle keeper, for a swap with Henderson, but they said no, on loan. But it didn't happen. But again, we could get a backup keeper easy. I think Heaton is a good backup keeper.
Yeah, we should have let Dean Henderson go Watford.
Well, there you go. Strike. I think United need a striker that for me is in his prime. For me, go and get Haaland. I think United should go all in for Haaland. We need a right winger and a CDM. I reckon 2 midfielders. If United can get them 4 positions, with Ten Hag, I genuinely think United could do something next season. But
There's bare. I think we need a right winger now.
yeah,
2
that's one,
midfielders, I agree with. That's 3.
2, and a striker. I think Cavani will go, and I don't think you can rely on Ronaldo next season. Even though if he does stay there, I think Ronaldo should be an impact player next season.
I think the striker position is interesting, isn't it? Because I also want another left back and a keeper.
What a keeper? Come on, man.
Nah, trust me. Well, you're telling me Ten Hag's playing David De Gea?
He's still coming in the league with David De Gea. I'm telling you now.
Do you think Ten Hag plays David De Gea week in, week out?
Yes.
Do you think within 2 years that Ten Hag will try to sign another keeper?
Yes. Because David De Gea will be 33, 34.
No, but forget age. Forget age for a fact.
It is a factor.
No, but take that variable away. Yeah. Do you think?
And also Guardiola plays his keeper as well. So probably yeah.
Yeah, that Guardiola took out Joe Hart straight away when he first came in.
If they come in and they say David De Gea isn't good enough, then I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? The manager's the manager.
I'll be honest. I think Ronaldo leaves in the summer.
Well, I think he needs to.
I wouldn't say he needs to. I think.
No, but I'll be serious. I think it's time for United to that story. It was a glamour story. We enjoyed it. You know what I mean? We were suing and all that. We were enjoying ourselves. We had our shades on. Ronaldo nostalgia. Okay, bye-bye. Ronaldo, respectfully, move on. Go and get Haaland in summer. Make a statement.
Nah, I don't think Haaland comes either in it.
So what striker comes to United then?
I don't know. That's what I'm confused
around with Martial.
Because you see with United here, like you never know. We could just be signing someone like Calvert-Lewin knowing us.
Well, listen, season ticket, mate. I'm telling you now.
No, but like generally, I look at strikers across the world, and I'm like, who really stands out?
I want Haaland. United can go and get Haaland.
I don't think Haaland comes United though.
Did you expect Ronaldo to come to United?
I would have said we had a better chance of getting Ronaldo than Haaland.
If Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, I don't see Haaland going to Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, but then you could also go Barca. You could also go PSG then.
Nah, Barcelona.
You laugh. Don't laugh at that.
Mate.
Trust me, Laporte and Raiola have a good relationship.
Ronaldo go and get PSG.
Yeah, I think that will probably happen if Ronaldo does leave.
Yeah, one season they enjoy PSG, and then me.
Yeah, then fine. Take away Haaland here. What other strikers are they?
Lewandowski. I wouldn't mind Lewandowski as an option.
Yeah, but like, say he stays at Bayern for another year.
Okay, I would go and get maybe. I think Jonathan Davis is too young, but then again, I just want someone who's ready, man. Ready. Haaland is ready, and he's a player that won't be relied on by a style of play. But
that's what I'm saying. If you take away Erling Haaland, there's not many strikers in the world that we can go for. Vlahovic was probably another one, but he's gone Juve.
Vlahovic, we should have. But then again, he went to thingy.
There's not many.
There's not many, you know. That's what I'm saying. But
in a way, you're kind of hoping Martial bangs at Sevilla and he comes back then.
I think for me, I just think I can't be asked with the Martial is a flop. Martial this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I can't be asked either. Like everyone knows my opinion on Martial, but it's kind of like.
Are you not tired about everything though? Like you know what I mean? Like
I said that about Paul Pogba as well. As much as I love Paul Pogba, having Paul Pogba debates every single week is tiring.
It's tiring, man. We just want a player like Haaland where it's like Sancho. Nobody's gonna say Sancho out. Nobody, because you know his quality. Haaland and Sancho next summer. Anthony on the right. We're cooking. I lied. I said it right now.
What are you saying? Lead out, yeah?
Chill. Get clipped again. I don't have my shades on. Let me find my shades. But I'm just saying, Sancho, Haaland, Anthony.
You're living in dream mode right now if you think that's happening.
Well, if Ten Hag can go get Anthony, I think a revived Donny van der Beek could be that midfield that we might be able to get. If we get one, maybe a Declan Rice. Donny revives his career.
Possibility, innit? Possibility. I think only time will tell, innit? Like I don't think.
If we can be honest,
I'm scared in the summer. I'm really, really scared because I think I think we're going to be let down.
We get Pochettino. We'll go get probably Paredes. We'll probably get Herrera back.
I like Herrera.
Garner Gay might come back. Winks for 40, 50 million. It's such a complexity in like avenue and things that could happen to United. Go and get Pochettino. I think he'll try and look for cheap deals and he'd be like, yeah, I'm all right with getting this player.
But I can't lie. On a real, I'm kind of tired of the big name signings, isn't it?
Haaland for me is a no brainer.
Yeah.
Nobody in the world would be like, Haaland's gonna flop at United. Haaland's not the answer.
No, but you see, like most of our signings here, they're so obvious. Like Cavani, everyone knows who Cavani is in football. Everyone knows who Varane is in football. Everyone knows who Donny van der Beek was. Like, why can't we go and scout someone sick? Like, like a Shimmikas for Liverpool.
Yeah, true.
Like, where's our scouting anyway?
We don't have good ones, though. That's a problem. When was the last time we got like players in that were good?
Like, you could argue Dan James was kind of like the unknown, and he's crap.
Yeah.
Diallo to an extent, yeah. But you
Will he
can't
ever
really
make
judge
it?
Diallo.
Diallo. I just think that it's just one of them players that I just don't think will, the club will ever will allow him to make it. He's just that kind of player where I think he's got so much quality, but you'll never see it at United. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I think Diallo's an interesting one, isn't it?
Another player that came to us that he came and then he just shelled somewhere else.
Mkhitaryan.
No, he flopped. But I say, Di
Maria
went back to PSG and
Depay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diallo is an interesting one, isn't it? Because, the ability's there, isn't it? The ability's there for it. But then you saw the game against Celtic, for example, and I'm not blaming Diallo for this, but he did kind of struggle, innit? In the first half, and then he got to go.
Because they thought he would be like something that they would just experiment. I just don't think they thought through what they were doing, because it's like I can say to myself right now, go and get I don't know, what's a player that you think that would just be like, go and get him, but you just say it for the sake of it. When you go like career mode and just buy that player because it's available, but you don't know where to fit him in your team.
Who would you say? It's kind of like Sancho in a way.
There you go.
Sancho, even though he's better on the left, to solve our right wing issues.
Yeah.
And I remember I said that so many times on Twitter during the summer, and I was getting cooked.
Pelestri.
But Pelestri did look good the other day for Uruguay and stuff.
Quality player.
He's showing glimpses. He's a weird one kind of thing, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see what happens. Southampton on the weekend. What are you saying on that game?
No, I'm not confident, man. I think even if Tottenham batter them today, I think they'll come in with a different attitude.
Because I can't lie, low-key, Southampton have actually been doing all right recently, innit?
Yeah.
Like, we see what happened against Tottenham. They drew against City the other day. They ain't been doing too bad on the Ralf Hasenhüttl, because that squad ain't good in my eyes.
They're not good, of course. They're not good, But I just think, what do you call it? They've got enough qualities to hurt us, innit? You feel me? So, yeah, man. Listen, here's what it is, man. What can you do with this team?
But I think United also have enough qualities to hurt them as well at the same time, innit?
Yeah, of course. But then
that's why I'm still going to go into the game confident.
Yeah, we'll beat these lot, and then we'll probably draw to Brighton next week.
Oh, but that Brighton game on a Tuesday as well.
Tuesday, yeah.
Same day as Real PSG.
They're crazy, man. United just don't give a shit, do they?
But anyway,
yeah, man.
Big up everyone for watching. Big up Saeed for coming on. Is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. Just subscribe to the channel. I'm close to 45k, man. And then it's the road to 50k. Once I reach 50k, that'll be a big milestone.
What are you saying, Saeed? Party, yeah?
Nah, I don't know. I might
dance.
You never know. That's a big milestone. If I get 50k, that for me, I just think it's a massive milestone for me.
100%. The shades are going to be back on the flag, dancing and that.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You know
Listen, you lot better make sure Saeed gets to 50k quick, because Saeed's going to post a mad video once he gets to 50k.
You never know. Just let me get to 50k and then, we'll do it.
Listen, you lot heard the man himself. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we will be back soon.